I'll call our meeting to order on October 1st, 2024 at 5:33 PM of the Townsend Properties Committee. Just introduce yourself, please.
I'm Vicky Chipman, Julie Byers.
Kevin Smith,
Don Hayes.
come on, Don.
And Laura Chipman.
Hi.
So our member Bill Martin is not here or on Zoom. 3, approve the minutes of May 14th, 2024. And Jody, thank you for the updated minutes. I think they look good. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of May 14th, 2024.
I make motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 14th, 2024 for the Townsend Property Committee as submitted.
Second. Oh,
Go ahead. He seconded.
Kevin seconded. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
all right,
Unanimous. Thank you. Now, review updates list town-owned property. Appreciated all that information. And also Melissa's explanation and update. Let's see the attorney. So the last update from the attorney was the end of 23. Letter that Melissa just sent. What's that?
It's just a list of vacant properties. Is that this?
Yes.
Oh, okay, it just looks like different.
Yeah, it just
format.
looks differently.
Yeah. So we're not looking at this.
So there's a lot, yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot more on this list.
Yeah.
you got several parcels. A lot of them are over in off of Emery.
Mm-hmm. The
Yes.
west area. Yeah.
The Cherry Drive,
Yeah.
The Cherry, Laurel, and
yeah, Cameron,
Tamarack.
Sumac.
These are, we've been kicking these around for 25 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
probably.
So most of those are, well, okay, so most of them are the half acre, they're all half acre, because at the time that's what that was, except for the one that's almost an acre. On Willow, but all wetlands.
A lot of it's wet. I had made the suggestion years back. The offer, if a couple of these could be combined, I don't know whether you could pick up a lot out of these because the main power line, FG&E power line goes through. Some of them, which would be the third one on the first page, it's almost 7 acres off the, and there's a note they made by, I don't know who, about you could combine those other three to try to come up with something
On Laurel.
on off Cherry.
Off,
I kind of jumped from
Cherry.
the first one to the third one, the first one being New Fitchburg Road. I don't know why I got down to the third one, but that one kind of comes to mind from many, many years ago.
these are town owned, right?
Yes.
That we're looking
These are
at.
town owned.
Okay.
The list Melissa said is in land court, so we
Yeah,
don't
so we
own
can't
them.
really do
Okay,
anything.
right,
with that.
okay.
These ones are all set to go.
But
These are their own, yeah.
Yeah, I want us just to know about them. So are
Wow.
these in order of this?
Where's the 7
Yeah.
acres off Cherry?
Yes.
Oh, right
No,
there.
this is,
And that's where the line is, right? The power line? We don't have the
Power
power
line,
line.
it goes
which is
right
the 7
through.
acres that you pointed to?
Right there.
Oh.
This one here.
This, I think
Oh,
this,
this is the only access to
yeah,
that?
there's something, there may or may not be something there. I looked at that because we were looking.
I remember looking at this for dog park at one time, but this
Yeah.
isn't flat
You
land
just
either.
can't, the power easement
Runs right through.
runs right through here.
Yeah, it was,
And it kind of messes it up, and the rod and gun, I believe, would
Yeah,
be that
is
piece.
that.
And I believe
Okay.
this is all wet. as memory stands me correct, I think a lot of this is wet. I think, and then you've got the easement going through. You don't have a lot to live with that's left.
Yeah.
In here. However, I think that deserves maybe a good hard look.
Mhm.
But when you try to tally all these other ones up, Lori, these are all the ones they couldn't do nothing with 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they couldn't build on them then when they put that subdivision in, probably closer to 50 years ago now.
Look at the water right there.
Yeah.
And,
52, 53, 54.
Okay, so 114, where is 114?
Right here.
Lot 114.
This one.
Okay, so that
yeah,
was a
there's a
7
couple that,
plus.
there's a couple right there that,
and 115
yeah, I don't know whether those were notes that we took many years ago.
Yeah,
on this side?
I haven't changed.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you'd have to use those
yeah,
to get into that.
Yeah.
Because I believe right straight ahead of where it is now, that road is all wet.
So these we should just get rid of.
Well,
I mean, I would.
you know, it'd be nice, and this was my offer or suggestion many years ago, probably more than once, was to take those lots, offer them to the neighbors, like you got a house here on the end, right? Now, there's a lot
This one.
right at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot on the other side. Offer those, have the town offer those to the neighbors, the abutters. Even if they sold them, even if the town sold them to them for $1 plus legal expenses,
Is that
if they wanted to take the legal
Mhm,
expenses, bear the legal expenses for it. Let them have the lot. You're gonna get that property back in the tax rolls.
yeah,
well, legally, everything has to go to auction.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't offer anything and just be like, oh, here's a buck, can't
No,
do
I
that.
guess that's-
They all have to
yeah.
go to auction, which
So I-
still is a viable option to the abutters. But you
yes,
have to decide if that costs to have the auction.
But and then, yeah, and then, I mean, these would, I mean, right now, they're still,
They're
Gary-
a lot of front lots, huh?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
right,
they're assessed at less than $10,000.
No, I
So
know.
the amount of taxes you're gonna get off of them.
Right,
Yeah, but right now we're getting this much.
Yeah, but I mean, if, depending on what it
Yeah.
would cost you to do the auction, is it
Yeah.
gonna be
And
worth
what
it
is
in
the
the long
cost?
run?
I think I've asked that before.
there, yeah, I
Their
have the
percentage.
tally that she gave, it is a percentage based on what they get in, plus all of the work they do.
Plus all the work they do, so it's,
I have that calculation.
it's probably a win, but.
Let me see if I can go and see what I have.
What do you mean by plus all the work they do?
Well, my-
They send out a butters
They-
list, they send out, they
Oh.
put notices out, they make sure there's clear titles, they do that stuff in the back.
Yeah, they notify all the surrounding
Let me
abutters,
go
I would
through.
imagine as well,
Yeah.
and, you know. So they should go, we should get them off there, we've been kicking these around since the inception of the town properties committee some 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Or long, I don't know,
I agree with that. I do. If there's any chance that they could sell, as long as it isn't like thousands of dollars that we don't have
well,
to go
that's,
through the process. And
if I owned the budding land to that, I would be wanting to be proactive to divide the
I
land,
think
but then on the
almost
same
everybody
token, the people that live over there, they say, well, why the hell do we?
Why would they- yeah, why-
Yeah, right.
Buy it? We're using it now for
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Why do we
Yeah,
wanna pay
right.
taxes?
Yeah.
So that's the opinion that some people will have.
Are you looking this one? Yeah, I am.
is there any, if all three were sold together,
That's so wet. If, just driving down this road, you could.
I was gonna say, and that's the water. What does the flood plan look like over that?
no, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I think the flood plan might totally encompass,
Oh, it would, by the
Yeah.
time you take the buffer zone out of that, there's nothing left.
yeah.
It's just, you know, when somebody went to sell their lot, they'd have an 1.5 acre lot to sell, or a 2 acre lot rather than a half-acre lot.
It's
Not that that means
true.
anything, but
Does
to me.
They
but not a lot of people.
Can't pave in it.
This, I've been with these things so many years. I'm confused about the second one, as well, Old Turnpike Road, 1217. That's not the piece we gave to the cemetery, is it? It's showing up.
That's, that was Highland, I think. Let me see.
Yeah,
Old Turnpike's not on
Old
there.
Turnpike down by the end, down by the poor farm.
It's not
I
on the
think
map.
that got put in.
Not on this map. Turnpike? No,
It's map 12.
we're in map 16.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go backwards.
Let's step back a little bit, once
I'm a little nervous.
Let's just
I'm
see.
touching
we all plug it up before you know it.
them. Yeah, we'll do it.
Water department has a.
Wow, you can't even
Four.
see.
4, 7, 9,
Oh,
13. Go back a little. Good, they're not much on this one.
1217. Not 17.
There you go. This is
That's-
cemetery, right?
That's, this, I believe that this one was turned over to the cemetery. This would be Lee Larson's piece on the corner, which was the both where the thing was. The lot before that, I believe we turned that over to the cemetery department years ago. I think we should do a little research on that one.
Yeah, the one on that 15 fault is, it's privately owned. Oh, it is? It's 92 acres, yeah, they haven't in yet.
Which one is that?
That was.
That was on the other
Yeah,
map.
we're talking about this
Vicky.
one now. Yeah.
That
This,
number 17 down by, at the corner of Old Turnpike, Lassen's old barn was on the corner.
Yeah,
That lot back from there, didn't we turn that over to the cemetery years ago? To put
I
it
don't
in
have any
cemetery
indication
control?
on my list or on that property record card.
not that I know of.
I believe
Did we?
it,
I think I
I
remember
believe the
that. It
town
was at a
slated
town
to
meeting.
turn,
It
that they
was at a
slated to
town
turn
meeting.
that piece over. To the, under the control of the cemetery department
Why?
for future expansion,
Yeah.
because it's a high, dry gravel
People
piece of
keep
gravel
dying.
ground.
Yeah, but that, I don't, cemetery there.
Yeah.
But that is the cemetery.
But that is a
but wait a
cemetery.
minute.
You're talking about.
That was before, however,
Right.
let's step back a little
17.
bit. That was, Vicky, before we
Oh,
were able to
okay,
buy
I'm
that
in a
piece.
different spot. Okay, I was like, geez, I don't want that down.
That was before
Okay,
that we were able to make that land deal with Christian and buy the expansion that's now at Hillside.
yeah. Yeah.
Not Hillside, I'm sorry,
Highland?
West End Cemetery. John Christian owned a piece of land,
Oh,
went
yeah.
from Main
Yeah,
Street
yeah.
all the way across the river and all the way up along the railroad.
Yes, and that was done.
That was done, the town ended up with that, and they cleared it and for a future, for their expansion of
That
the
one I
cemetery.
remember.
Okay, that piece right there was deemed to go to the cemetery,
At the same time?
no, this was before that. I believe
Oh.
that piece was going in maybe under cemetery, I'm almost certain, I'm 99% certain. I don't know why it's not showing up.
I definitely remember.
Yeah, but that, this is
The
state
Turnpike
owned.
Road.
No, that's state owned, up
Yeah, the
that 5
state.
point something acre lot.
Yeah, but we don't have, well, we don't have anything on the property record card saying that, and we normally,
Two, and I have the 12 parcels that is under cemetery and parks. On like, you know, off Dudley Highland, Main Street.
And that
Highland.
one's not there.
I believe that was,
You're right.
I know that there's an issue, but I think it's under their control. I believe it is. Hi, Roger, quick question for you on the meeting. Roger, that 5.9 acre lot.
He'll claim it's his anyway.
Just before, Lee Larson's place. That went under the control of the cemetery department years ago, correct? Okay, well, they don't have any record, they're not showing it here in the properties committee and the town hall. No.
No,
One piece was separate from that. I was on the properties committee back then, yeah. I'm following it sitting here right now, looking at it, and it's not showing as it is to have anything to do with being under the control of the cemetery department. Do you have the documentation, or can you obtain the documentation from when that was voted to go to fall under the jurisdiction of the cemetery department? the assessors. Why don't you dig it up and stop by and visit Vicky at the assessor's office? I know it is. I know,
Oh.
I know you've had control over it for years,
Yeah,
but they're not showing. So if you could do that for me, Roger, that would be great. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
okay.
I know, because they've already cut the timber off at once. I know
Yeah.
it was,
We just don't
we
want to
voted
have it.
for it. We voted,
And this would be that old Turnpike Road, 5.9 acres.
it was years ago. I'm sorry, it said you all dead all
I
these
think it
years.
was
but-
too.
No, that's fine. I'd rather have correct,
Yeah.
Right.
records as opposed to it being in the wrong spot. And like I said, on my list, I have a spot for cemetery and parks. So, and you said it might be
If you
town
can
meeting?
find the town meeting where it
I was just gonna
voted.
say, yeah, I just don't wanna go
I
through
know,
all of
that's-
them. All email.
I may even read it. I may have even read.
I thought that they were both done at the same time.
Which one?
I thought like Roger did, that they were both done at the same time. The
Raj
Christensen
wasn't on that.
property, the
Raj
Christian,
wasn't on the cemetery. Roger was the cemetery commissioner back then.
wasn't
Bill
he?
Matton was, Bill Matton. He served on there with me. If he was here tonight, he'd know, he's not on.
Do you know how to get him? I don't have him in my phone.
I do have him in my phone. I don't know if I can get him or not, but I know. But I'm not gonna bother him with it. I think the best thing to do is table it. And I let him,
Okay,
well,
we're here. He needs everything.
Roger believes
This is
that,
just
Roger
discussion.
believes that he can find those documents in his office in the next day or so and bring them to Vicky. He said he would do that. Can I step back to the first one? Cause I know I got way out of line.
New Fitchburg Road,
Yes, that New Fitchburg Road piece.
map 10.
And I'm going back again for my 10 years, 25 years, or better. 20, been 20.
No, no. Looking on.
Let's see, it's been a long time.
Everybody's searching.
New Fitchburg Road's here.
Yeah, that parcel sits right after the state pits, yeah, messed up
Right,
piece.
yeah, yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a weird
And,
one. Yeah.
that is, I believe,
Why did he do
They could build these easier.
this is a-
It's kinda like running
this
away
is the state pit, I believe. Matson's, I mean, Arrows. Brady property, state pit. Little tiny piece of private piece, I don't know what it's colored there. I believe that's a private piece. This piece is wet, I believe. I walked that piece for town properties many years ago. I believe that's wet. We can revisit it.
Well, we have it marked as wet and topo, so it gets an
Okay,
appreciation for
so-
both those things and for shape.
Yeah,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I don't believe there's anything there.
Yeah, okay. So as we go through these, are we like crossing these on?
so if there's nothing there, what's a solution?
Well, if you took, if you took all these pieces, all these little tiny pieces off of, excuse me, another suggestion that we had made many years ago. And I do see kind of like wetlands conscom control here. We might have deemed to try to give that to the control of the Conservation Commission many years ago, and maybe that's why that's kind of noted here on all these parcels that were over there. Just giving it to under the control of the Conservation
sheet are you
Commission,
looking
because
at?
like you say, you try to give this, you can't give it away. I don't know that they can give it away. They'd have to auction it to be legal. And
No.
then what's somebody gonna pay for it?
I think somehow you're printed different.
Pay for it.
Yeah, if you print it this way, you don't get that last
Yeah,
column.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but I
Vicky.
didn't do that on purpose.
No, I did it up and down
I'm
too.
pretty sure these were notes that we made,
Mhm.
Conscom, possible Conservation Commission, to give it over to
Yeah.
Conservation Commission many years ago.
Can you make us a copy like that? of the-
Right, so how do we give them to conservation? Do we just
Well, right
say,
now, the town owns it.
we recommend these all go to conservation? Cause we could
Well,
just
it's not worth anything.
go down the
else.
line right now. like,
Yeah. And then I think usually they take whatever you give them, right?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah,
Town owns town owned, they should just be under their purview.
See now, same builder. Now if you go down.
I love memory lane.
Same builder, now go down to
Epcom?
page 2. Oh,
What builder are you on?
Savage. Now you got this piece on Shirley Road, which would be, I don't know whether that's page 2 or not. See with the 9-acre piece on Shirley Road being number 1. That's a piece of landlocked land that I walked 25 years ago.
The 9-acre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a piece of property kind of down along the river, I think it was, as we called it when we were kids, Salty's Crossing. And, it's see if DCR will buy it.
DCR?
Yeah, DCR owns the Forest and Parks. Owns the land beside it.
Mhm.
And, then you got it's under that, it's, now you go down under that section, Lori. You go under that section and now you get all these other pieces, same developer,
Ah, yeah.
same time frame.
Okay,
You
so
got
now
1,
we're
2,
sitting with
3.
the same kind of
Yep.
report you are.
Oriented this way.
And,
So do you see the page that says Shirley Road 9 acres?
yeah, but how about we just, since we all have the same paper now, why don't we just go in order
Oh, okay.
and see if we can't just put an end to thoughts on these of which way we should go?
Well, we went through page 1 already.
Well,
Did we
okay,
say all to the
But-
conscom?
is it gonna be all conservation?
That would be my recommendation.
So that one, we just looked at the weird dog.
Less the 5.9 acre, I believe that's under cemetery's control.
Okay.
The first number 1, which is the 2.5 acres on the Fitchburg Road, which I already been through, that was wet.
So you think that should be under conservation?
I believe.
Back to 16.
And when you go down to the 7.5 acre piece plus the other pieces combining, which would be the third one we talked about, which is off Cherry Drive. I think you should hold that because there could be something there.
Yeah.
The 7.5 acres?
Yeah.
Plus the
And
two,
the
Well,
other
7.5 acres and the other 2
plus the
lots,
2 below it.
the other 2
These two?
below.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe
that's
you would
only
need
a
those
frontage.
2, I believe you need those 2 lots to get
Well-
access to get in there.
Yeah,
because
you
of
wouldn't
the
have a
wetland.
frontage if you didn't have those.
Well, no, it's the wetlands to get in.
Those 2 below it say tax taking. Oh, that's how we got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
they're not in tax title like the other
Right,
ones
right,
are.
right.
Yep.
Okay, and then from Laura Lane down to Sumac would all be Concom.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let me find my page again here.
Except Sumac is the one that is, okay, over
that's all
there.
these.
That's all that stuff down in
And
there.
were you, Jody, did you say you had something that had about the approximate cost?
Yep. So for the last auction, it looked like the cost per property, was between $2,000 and $3,000.
Okay, and they don't get paid until after the auction, right?
Now that's not Iris, that's a different situation,
Yeah.
just the auction
What is the
people.
deal with that?
Okay, just the auction people.
That's a whole acre. almost.
Okay, but does it have to go
Why would that be Conscom?
through Iris
Yeah.
before it goes to
No, it was a
auction?
different, yes,
It was
yes,
the
Iris is the
green.
one who gets, like, she gets.
She does the title?
Or, yeah, she does the foreclosure part of it. So she's the one who goes to land court and gets it
I
in.
didn't think it was when.
I don't
But
think
these are our properties, so there's no foreclosure.
No, that's why we're out of Iris, so,
Okay.
so the auction people did that, that's why that was my quote from what each property, so there's a range depending on what they have to do.
And when it says per property, is it per parcel or is it,
This is what,
we decide?
if you flip it over, so there's Haynes, Main Street, and then the unit on Fitchburg, and then there's the each.
Those were.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be, if we decided to put 3 together. If that would still be the case.
Are you referring to these
Cherry, on
Cherry
Cherry
Lane
and
and
the 2
those?
on Cherry Drive as one auction item. Versus 3.
There's gotta be
Well,
something, I might have to pull the deed on that one
You-
because
You'd
We have
want,
something
you'd
saying
probably wanna do something.
it's restricted.
If
There's
they,
a
if,
restriction on
if you're gonna
that.
try to auction them off, rather than just
That one
donate them
that's
to the
almost an
conscom or
acre.
something, the best thing,
Town
in
owns now, but we've
in my opinion, is still trying to auction them off, because if you auction them off, some one of the abutters is probably gonna wanna buy it.
I mean, actually, like,
And
what's wrong with
if-
these?
If
Like,
they do
there's-
wanna buy it, if they don't sell.
Yeah.
If they do, they might bring a
There's
couple grand,
140.
they bring a couple
There's
grand,
that one.
at least it's gonna put that land back in the tax rolls.
Right.
Right now, it's not in the tax rolls.
It's 140,
Yeah.
that one. and then
Okay,
the
so
two on
that's-
Laurel Lane.
That's those 3, and I think that, see, they don't have the same wetlands
See, that says
discrimination
wetlands,
as
that's-
Laurel and Tamarack and
Which one?
Willow
Yeah.
and Sumac.
Yeah.
So for that whole list, that may make more sense to go to conservation on all of those, but try to do something
Get some of those.
with that first part,
Because
just Cherry.
we pretty well called out anything that was buildable. We combined some stuff years ago
Yeah, did the
and
Habitat
did the
House.
Habitat House. And that's about all we've come up with in there, that we deemed of everything in there that we could come up with. We got one buildable lot.
Now, when we do the recommendation to give to conservation, do we have to ask their permission first, or we just make, all we do is just recommend to the Board of Selectmen?
You're just gonna
I believe
recommend to
so,
the
yeah.
board of selectmen
Recommend.
to
Okay.
notify the conscom, which I can't speak, I'm just a member, but, and see if they want to accept
Yeah, okay.
responsibility for it, ownership of it.
Well, on map 10, lot 20, 2.5 acres, New Fitchburg Road. I'll entertain a motion to recommend to Conservation Commission. That was the first one.
And I make a motion to recommend conservation.
Hold on one second, if I might. You have a piece of property that is wet, it has no value as far as a buildable lot. Forests and Parks or Fish and Wildlife own the abutting property,
Oh,
will they make a bid on it? They were always trying to buy land. Some of them, I've
okay.
heard they're paying upwards of $3,000 an acre for that stuff. That might bring $6,000 if it costs a couple to get rid of it, the town might get back into the positive, 3 or 4, they might net.
Well, you don't need an auction to approach Fish and Wildlife.
You know,
No,
No.
no. So
so that's because that's a state organization. You don't have to.
we don't
auction.
need an auction. That doesn't have to be auctioned, right?
No,
No, not
No.
to say you want to buy it, no.
So how about we make the motion that Fish and Wildlife is,
Or DCR, whoever owns it, I'm not sure, there's DCR, Fish and Wildlife up in that piece.
okay,
I believe the off Shirley Road piece is DCR.
I think that's the
Okay.
overarching though.
so let's just stick with New Fitchburg Road. We recommend first to try to sell it to Fish and Wildlife or DCR, whoever might be interested. This is recommendation to the Board of
Yeah.
Selectmen. So we make that recommendation first. If that doesn't fly, we recommend to go to conservation.
Yeah.
On
Fair.
that piece,
Fair,
okay?
Yep.
So that's the motion. Do you have that motion, Jody?
I do now,
You do now?
so move it,
I'll second that.
Okay, so,
got it,
So, yes, I was gonna say, so move if you.
okay,
perfect.
Don so moved. Kevin seconded. All those in favor say aye.
I,
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, on to the next one. We are gonna pass over Old Turnpike Road, the 5.9 acres at the moment, for hopefully a report back by the next meeting as to who has control of that now, thinking that it's cemetery. Okay, then the next one is the 3 parcels on Cherry Drive. Recommend to the Board of Selectmen to auction as 1 parcel.
Is that gonna take engineering to,
Total of 3 parcels, well, be
Total.
3, there's
3
3 pieces,
parcels.
there should be a deed for each one of these lots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they've got
so-
a map and lot.
so
Yeah.
sell it as a group and let somebody else?
Yeah, you might even be able to get away with the merger doctrine on that, since it's all owned by the
Same
Town.
Yeah,
Hmm, okay, I just wanted
yeah.
to be sure that we.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's, I think, a good recommendation for the Board of Selectmen to look at.
I'd make a motion for them.
And council will be able to advise whether or not we can merge or not.
Mhm.
Okay, so there is a motion by Kevin and a second? Second by Manny
Yeah.
to auction off those 3 parcels. That's a recommendation to the Board of Selectmen.
4 parcels total, isn't it?
It's 3.
Oh, 3, that's right, 1 wasn't combined, yeah.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
I,
All right,
Any opposed? No, unanimous. Okay, so now we go from 3 on Laurel, Tamarack, Willow Drive, and Sumac Drive.
all
1,
combined.
2, 3, 4,
So
5, 6,
We're gonna look
7,
at
8,
Willow to
9,
figure out
10.
what's going on Willow, cause it's almost an acre and the card says restricted, but we don't know why.
yeah.
Right.
So I'll look up the deed
So
on
we have
that.
to figure that one out.
Okay, take out Willow. Willow for investigating. The rest are recommended to the Board of Selectmen to transfer control to conservation. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to those parcels, in question be.
Yes, there are 9
Offered,
parcels.
9 parcels be, offered to the conservation, or put under conservation control,
Okay, so that's the
if approved by
recommendation.
selectmen.
Right, it's recommendation to the Board of Selectmen
Second.
for those 9. And there's a quick second. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Thank you. Next, Elm Street, 0.4 acres, vacant, next to Squanicook utility easement, deed states leave open and in natural state.
105.
So if the deed states that,
Then that again would be conservation, I would think.
yeah,
You can't do anything with
you
it.
can't do anything.
I'd make a motion to the board to take
Yes.
that number 17-105-0.
Yep.
And, recommend to the board of selectmen that parcel be placed under the control of the conservation commission.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Moving right along.
Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Yeah.
Kevin?
Aye. I'm just
And Laura
looking at
Schiffern, aye.
it.
It's unanimous. 5.3 acres off Worcester Road, map 1766, next to Squanicook, and question mark for conservation
That-
control.
That parcel is the parcel that runs kind of around by the dam, or by where Blood Road comes out, Worcester Blood.
1766. Who's got it?
You got, what do you got? You got
Order 66.
all the rivers right in the corner.
Oh, yeah. That's what,
It's all floodplain in there.
yeah.
Okay,
That one's
so
the right.
conservation, right?
Yep.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to, take that 5.3 acre parcel off Worcester Road, number 17-660, vacant property along the Squanicook River. Recommended the board of selectmen to put that under conservation control.
okay, is there a second? Second. Julie wins. Okay, any further discussions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous.
Gotta have a little fun.
2 acres, Turnpike Road, map 1824, old dump site. Part of solar overlay district.
Oh,
That parcel is the old original town dump.
I know where the old dump is.
Oh, that's right, well, you've been there a while, but for the people that have.
It was still a dump when I moved here.
Same here, right?
Yeah.
A few people, for the few people that may not.
that would be me.
24.
That was owned by the Rossback Farm and sold to the town for
When was the,
$1.
when was the solar district
That's
done?
That
Yeah.
fell into play, but
Wow, that's a weird
It would-
piece.
it would probably be the
That's
only thing,
And that's, contaminated.
probably the only thing that you could put on it.
Would be
a
solar, yeah.
Hmm.
That's what they
Okay.
did in
So.
Tingsboro and Dunstable. They had a old Superfund site and that's.
So
what they-
recommend the town keep it.
Yeah. I'll make a recommendation that the town keep that 2 acre parcel, for a,
Town,
18-24-0,
That-
to remain under town control for a possible future solar,
I don't really know that you need to make a motion on that.
Yeah,
because
like-
it already is.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's town.
We just, I was gonna say. We both went on that.
So we're just
leave it
gonna,
that.
next, okay,
Okay.
next to it, that
27.
consider.
We're gonna stay the same.
Stay the same. That sounds good.
27's down here. 2 acres.
Where are you now? Next is Riverbank Terrace, map 1827.
the land that runs from Main Street across.
Really? That's 27, right? Am I looking at the wrong thing?
So that's.
Oh.
the main-
Yeah. Oh, that's the railroad.
That's a
Okay.
railroad, I'm sorry, runs
Yeah.
along the railroad.
Yeah.
That's that steep embankment area. If you walk right off the corner of this parking lot, right here, Lori,
Frontage.
on
Yeah.
the left
No,
side.
no, that's
No,
no frontage.
Yeah.
This is
that's
the
a rail
railroad
trail,
track.
that's a
That's
rail.
a rail
trail.
track.
Right, but no frontage on a public.
No
way.
frontage.
No.
Yeah.
That should go on conservation control, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, why not?
Well,
yeah, okay, Riverbank, okay, Riverbank, right. East side of Squanicook at the dam, yes, yeah. Conscom,
I'll make a
is there a
motion.
motion?
I'll make a motion for that piece of property, number 18-27-0, 2 acre parcel. On the east side of the Squanicook at Adams Dam. To recommend to the selectmen to put that under conservation control.
So, yay, Vicky.
So,
Any
Sorry.
further discussion?
I do have a piece on the Adams Dam.
Okay, what?
I mean, the town has to do it, but every X number of years, we have to certify the dam.
The
Um,
dam
by
itself.
authority, the dam itself.
Is that-
We did it last year.
Uh-huh,
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like, so I don't know the next time it's gonna be due, but is that the town or conservation commission that's
responsible. for that,
responsible at
yeah.
that point?
well,
And I mean, the town and board of selectmen had to put an article onto,
You did.
Oh.
Cool.
but conservation could probably put the article on.
right,
Certify
and,
it.
yeah, so that'll be the same, I just, as we're talking about a piece, that's what came to mind.
Okay.
That one.
Can we make sure that that goes in the motion, that they understand that when Conscom would take control, they must make sure that the certification for the dam gets done?
Okay.
Right.
And how much does that cost?
I think it was 5,000, but I think
Okay.
we split it with somebody. There's a private residence on the other side of the dam or
Oh,
something.
okay.
And
Okay.
kind of like, and so there was a split of the cost, that's what made it a little complex.
Yeah.
No,
I don't remember exactly the details, but I'm
Yeah.
sure we can go back.
yeah,
Um,
and that would be up to the board of selectmen to make sure that it was done correctly and that everybody had the marching orders.
Yeah,
But just, I think that it's an awesome idea to get this to a very short list
Yes,
for town properties.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we had the motion and it was seconded and you
I-
made your
that was
comment,
it. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So we added that. And all those in favor?
I,
I.
Right,
And we can ask Kevin when he comes back.
Yeah.
Although I really don't wanna proceed without him. But let's look at the 32 acres on South Road. Kevin, you were in favor of that motion, correct?
Yes,
And we're just adding the note about the certification of the dam, yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so that was unanimous. Now we're on the 32 acres on South Row Road, which is, all it says is vacant land. So it's map 25,
Landlocked.
Right.
it's landlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I thought,
is that water?
What's map,
That's
what's
not right.
three?
Sorry.
What's three? Where's the lot, three?
Right there.
Right here.
Oh, it is lot, totally landlocked.
Yeah. So is that the club? Is that the?
Yes, and I got a question.
There are no
about that
notes
one,
on
and
this.
I can't remember what it is. I thought that property was sold already. I thought. I thought that went to the state.
Well, I don't,
I'll get it.
well, the property record card should be right here,
I don't see it in there.
25
Is there a piece there that the state, that the state, or am I looking at that piece?
It looks like it
Maybe?
ends at 16.
Maybe.
No,
See, well, let
Oh,
me
you
go
have
see
them
it.
in order.
Yeah, well, let me,
I'll get it, 25-3.
yeah, that could be on my desk, right? Well, whatever. Yeah,
Oh, 16.
this guy. Good.
Yeah.
They won't tell Vicky.
No, it's Jody.
Yeah.
Oh, it was water.
Oh, God.
For which is part,
Oh, geez, yeah,
it's,
yeah. That's not good.
Oh.
I'm 12 feet up,
Mhm.
and which is part in the same, my whole house.
Great.
You go, I know.
No, that gets into money, like, when, for insurance and all of
It,
that.
it does, it's kind of like.
That's-
it-
That's still owned by the town.
Huh?
That's owned by the town.
It is.
But it's, yeah, it's landlocked, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really.
Yeah. Remember Vicky the city took a piece?
Not that,
Was it the piece beside it then?
the one with the egg spot, I mean,
The
the bigger spot.
one with my, was it that? the-
You really meant to mark
Was that
that.
the piece that the state put? Or state?
Top of my head, I haven't looked it up.
That must have been the piece. It's pretty close to the same acreage, right? That's gotta be the piece there.
Can't we just phone a friend, Jody?
I can look it up with her, is it?
Auction it off.
25 I can look it up on here.
Auction it off, you might get a bid from the Run Gun Club.
Yeah,
They'd be the only taker,
more buffer.
unless somebody,
Why do we have to, do we have to auction that?
If you are trying to sell it, it have to be part of an auction,
Even landlocked?
even landlocked. I mean, obviously you have to
any of
let
that
people
stuff.
know it's landlocked. But again, when they go to auction, they send out notices to all of the
All the
abutters.
abutters.
Okay, okay, I'll entertain a motion to recommend it be auctioned.
I'll second that.
No, oh, no, I'll entertain the motion. Does somebody make the motion?
Nope.
Were you making the motion?
He was,
You were.
he thought you were
I
making a
thought you made
motion.
the
Yeah.
motion. I thought you made the motion. I'm sorry, I'll make a motion.
I'm just facilitating.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to, auction off that parcel number 25-3-0 vacant land, South Row Road, 32 acres.
Second. You not.
Any other discussion?
The other one.
Okay, so recommend to BOS to auction that property. All those in favor say aye?
Aye.
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 Yeah.
Okay, that's unanimous. Next, 1.2 acres on Adams Road, drainage from tax tanking.
I'm confused about
Hello?
that.
2733.
Just one second.
Wait, where's? He did say corner, didn't he?
He did.
Another one too. Where's the other parcel?
The other one is
Check out on.
34.
What's 34?
And you gotta look at it.
Oh, that's 33, but that's 35. That's-
Oh, the little
Oh,
teeny
that little
little.
one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'd make a motion to auction those off. Somebody might wanna take them in there.
Who owns this one? 31.1,
35. Yeah.
35.1. Who's that one?
Because it looks like they broke it off. Just to leave the
I think
driveway.
those were
spot to
camp
get-
lots. We did a couple of those house sites over in there.
How big is that? How big is, what did I say that was?
One's almost half an acre, the other one's 1.2.
1.2
this is
is
half an acre.
33.
1.2 is 33, 34 is half an acre.
Right. Huh, is that, okay, well,
Both of them for auction.
the first one says drainage from tax taking, drainage, the 1.2 on the corner, they're saying drainage from tax taking, what does that
I don't
mean?
know, drainage, that's it, I'm not sure.
And the other half acre says stormwater,
Like runoffs or,
oh,
Which doesn't mean they're not buildable.
no, they just have to
Yeah, channel
channel it, yeah.
are you getting those cards?
Nope.
Okay.
No, she's running away.
They would just tax that at town meeting, the other one. the drainage.
Any of them butters, you know, the little pieces like that. That one on the corner made.
She's
Well,
gonna get,
yeah,
she's gonna get the card to see if there's any notes on there, like why these notes are here, because otherwise I agree.
We probably made.
To
those notes.
auction.
We probably made those notes to those years ago, like we did a lot of these, you know.
Hi, everyone.
They made it so that. Hey, Melissa,
Hi, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good. I just want to say my notes say drainage from Highland.
Oh, you were listening to
No,
us.
I've been
Thank
here
you.
since the beginning. Me and Nelson and I.
I believe you're right.
Yep, I'm here too.
The Mill Pond across the road goes through that lot along the edge of it. Across the road beyond you got the little pond right there on the right hand side and that goes right across from it. I think it's right off the edge of it though.
Melissa, what did you say the drainage was from?
My notes say Highland.
Yeah,
Which it would run down the hill.
Oh, from
runs down the hill.
Highland versus,
yeah, but I think it goes along the edge of it, if I'm
Yeah, I
not
would think,
mistaken.
yeah. I think Adams is a little elevated.
but does that mean that they were using the lot for drainage?
No. Oh, doesn't mean that at all. It's just that we probably made a note there when we went out years ago and looked at that land, that the drainage from the road was going down onto the lot. But there again, we still got owners on either side of the property.
It just said that both the tax title, it doesn't, I mean, that we got them through tax title. There's nothing else on the property record, or does that say anything about the drainage or the stormwater stuff? I
Maybe we
don't
should
know
go
who
look.
wrote that.
Someone should go.
No, we've already looked
Kevin's
at,
already
we've
looked.
already
You know,
looked at, we've already looked at
Can you
those.
build them?
No, they're just not big enough, but like I say, those are parcels that,
Yeah.
there's a parcel that, you know,
Others.
the owner either side of that might be interested in buying it. The next little piece up the line, the guy in the side of it, either side of it may be interested, the guy behind it might be interested in
How does
buying.
he get in?
Well,
What's he
this-
got, a
I
little
think this-
sliver?
I think that's the driveway.
I
But
know,
you know what I'm saying?
I want that if I was that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I think
Option.
yeah, okay, I'll entertain those motions. 1.2 on Adams Road and 0.46 on Adams Road to be recommended to the BOS for auction.
So you want a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll make a motion that the 1.2 lot on Adams Road, 2733-0 and 0.46 acres on Adams Road, 27-34 go to the selectmen for auction.
Second.
Vicky,
No one else was good.
I was getting ready.
okay, any further discussion on those two? Hearing none, all in favor?
Right,
And I, unanimous, Jody.
Mhm.
Next. Highland Street, 2751-1,
Tried to find.
behind the highway garage access on Highland Street.
This one.
It's, I think it's just
57.
Oh, 57-1.
it's just a little piece. of
Yeah, we should
nothing
just keep
there.
that, right?
I would think they should keep it.
It's part of, like, this is the highway stuff.
Because
right?
that would, right now, it just, you end up with a nice straight line.
Yeah, I'd leave that alone.
It's that
Well,
parcel,
yeah.
it's, that parcel has no frontage.
No, I would recommend,
It just,
Do we transfer, make
To highway.
recommendation to, transfer to
Yeah.
I'd
highway?
transfer it to the highway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll make a, oh, do I need you?
You can make it.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that the 0.5 acres, 0.45 acres on Highland Street, 2757-1 go to the highway
be
department.
transferred to
Be
the highway
transferred to the highway
department.
department.
It's control because it comes out of the town
Mhm.
to them. Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
No, I'm just,
Any further discussion? Done?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the note that said access on highway or Highland, and I am seeing a small,
Yeah,
Well, that's a right of way going
That's a
across.
right of way,
Lord
so that-
knows That's a right of way
So
going.
But
that's
across.
that's
good
not
to know.
that parcel.
it's, yeah, but it's a right of way and highway can get to it.
I don't know,
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. But,
yeah, okay.
so once we do that, that little parcel will go away and it will be merged into
Highway.
highway? Legally?
When,
I mean, by
when,
deed,
when
you
you talked about merging the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, but you, are they gonna deed it to them?
Well,
or
the
it's just-
existing deed, Vicky, will just be conveyed as part of, become part of.
Yeah, which is.
No, they're just taking control, it's still gonna be owned by the
Yeah,
town.
I don't think
That's
we do
all.
anything.
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where the highway is located now is controlled by the town.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
Clarification.
Well, it's town-owned land. It's
Clarification.
town-owned
Yeah.
land.
like as opposed to the schools where it's owned by the, whatever,
Right.
school properties owned by who? Who owns that? The high school?
North Middlesex Region.
North Middlesex Region.
Okay, so that motion is to recommend that they
Transfer to highway.
transfer to highway. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Right.
Aye.
Yeah, hey,
Aye.
Done.
Aye.
Aye. And
I'm
unanimous
starting to
vote.
look at the-
He's slow on his eye.
Okay, you're on the next one already? So 0.51 acres, Whitney Lane, map
Well-
28.
I'll explain that to you. folks.
That's why you're here.
As soon as we find Whitney.
Whitney Lane
That's Dudley.
is actually the end of Dudley Road. You
Whitney-
know,
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Dudley Road,
It used to be Whitney
yeah,
Lane.
there's no Whitney
Well,
Lane anymore.
No.
It's Dudley Road.
It's across, isn't it across the road
When you.
on the corner?
Let me explain to you folks
Mhm.
where it is. When you turn left, after you go by the, when you're in front of the police department, you're gonna take a left. You
Yep.
know how the road goes in and then it jogs to the right?
Yep,
Well, the old Whitney Lane was there. They
Yep.
took the old Whitney Lane out, Dudley Road went over kind of where the police station is.
Mhm.
So they built the police station there. They took a little house down
Yep,
And the remaining land that wasn't taken, when they realigned Dudley Road is 0.51 acres, still known as Whitney Lane. If I'm saying that right. That parcel is just a tiny little parcel right there. See it?
Where's the police station? Which parcel?
across,
Police station is
Right,
here.
oh, it's across the
Yeah,
road.
the police station is on
Gotcha.
Brookline Road.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the police station,
Oh,
Yeah.
And that's the road you go in.
and
to
that,
get to
and Dudley,
to Dudley.
Dudley, and this small
This
section
is-
would be the old Whitman.
it's that one right there, I believe.
Yeah, 12 is,
I think you would classify that as a pre-existing non-conforming lot.
that's a half acre too.
I don't know why, I went by there in the last couple of weeks and I kind of said, geez, there's something that, I can't believe we're talking about it tonight.
It's a half acre with frontage too,
Yeah,
so.
I would
the
do
town bought that
I do
many
that.
years ago to realign so they could get everything to fit in there.
That's still a town road, right? This little,
Yeah.
okay, so it's got frontage and acreage.
Oh,
Auction?
because
What?
this doesn't exist now.
No, but
Yeah.
this.
This is part of the
Right.
Dudley.
Yeah.
so, yeah,
This is where that little hook is, it comes around like
Yeah.
this.
this is access to the parking lot for behind the police.
Basically, well, this
And
way,
the-
yeah, correct.
Okay.
I think auction.
Someone wrote on this map and it wasn't us, just so you know. Want you to know. That was me.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, I'll make a motion, the town auctions that, piece of property of 0.51 acres, the old Whitney Lane, parcel 28-12-0.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. Don, did you want to say something?
No, I'm fine with that one.
Okay. We'll get ready for the next one. So, all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
And aye. Okay, unanimous. Auction. Next, 1.5 acres on Meadow Road, 2838. Oh, frontage.
It's all
It
wet,
says wet.
It says wetland. Huh,
it's
but it
all
has
wet, I
frontage.
believe it's along the
So
meadow.
both of those.
I would just auction those off, because
Yeah, 38 and
some
40.
of butter might wanna own that to add it to what's
I
already
think
on.
so.
Are
I
you-
think so,
Are you
rather
saying
than the,
this one and this one?
yeah,
39 and 40?
Yep.
38.
38 and 49.
29,
Six, yeah.
49.
49.
Yes.
There's two
49 and
parcels.
six.
I think there's crush one now.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that the 1.5 acre parcel in Meadow Road, 28380, and the 0.92 acre parcel on Meadow Road, 28496, be recommended for auction to the board of selectmen.
Okay,
I'll second that.
and we got a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, unanimous.
We're going back to 3?
1.3 acres on Main Street.
Really?
I was
Can
gonna
we
say,
skip that one?
I was gonna
Let
say,
me explain that,
Never mind.
for people.
Well,
that
then
may not
find
know where it
them.
is.
I'm finding them out. Getting time. You need time, I just kept.
That is a cliff.
We have clips?
Well, if you drive down from Amadon's, right?
Yeah.
Amadon's Farm.
Yeah.
And you get to the stop, when you gotta stop at
Or
119. You look directly across the road from there and you're looking up a mountain, the side of a mountain, that parcel, I believe. My memory stands me correct, that is that parcel, you can't do nothing with it.
Where is it?
Where's Wheeler Road coming down?
Here's Main Street, Wheeler Road's coming here.
That'd be the piece right directly across from there, I believe.
Oh, is that the
Three,
six right there?
Yeah,
1.3?
That the piece.
So it borders this road too, Hamilton Hill?
Yeah,
Literally,
on
Yeah.
both sides.
it literally is a cliff.
It's a cliff.
It only would have value to one, either the state owns this piece,
Mhm.
DCR, or a person that might own this piece that wants to be able to look over the cliff, cause this is.
Somebody wants to.
Who wants to show? That's what I thought.
That Hamilton Hill Road for nothing, that's a very steep,
Um,
road.
so is that gonna be state first, and if not state,
Well,
then,
they're gonna do,
then auction?
Cause you don't need to auction to
oh
offer
yeah,
it to
that's
the
right,
state.
offer it to
So let's do
DTI.
that first.
Make a
Make the
recommendation.
recommendation to do that first.
Okay, who's gonna make that one?
All right, so I'll make a motion that the 1.3 acre parcel on Main Street, 3-6-0, first be offered to the state of Massachusetts, actually, it's a Commonwealth. And
DCR.
if not, yeah,
Or
DCR,
DCR.
and if not, then to go to auction.
Second.
So, okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
And
So
back to
next is off Shirley Road.
That's a little tiny, if
31,
I'm not mistaken,
3918.
30.
it's a tiny little slip.
I just don't want to rip this because Julie
I
was.
think it's down the, yeah, borders with rock.
39.
Oh.
Border grot, in a little place.
Yeah.
It was mostly pepper.
Off
Yeah,
Shirley
send me a
Road.
text anytime. Not gonna be all negative. We're going through
18.
stuff here.
Yeah, me too, I'm hungry.
If it's near.
I didn't know we were
Oh,
gonna,
all right, thanks, Steve. All right, thanks, Steve.
I just texted my husband.
I'm good.
This is-
I would
all right,
really
yeah.
be good.
That's what it is.
Oh.
It literally,
It's
It's a wedge.
it's like it was a lot line adjustment to the town line in Groton and
You
Townsend.
wanna give it to Groton? Hey, you want this wedge?
Well, no, because
I'm kidding.
I think,
So it
my
really,
recommendation would be
what is it about there? What's that one?
22,
22.
parcel 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
22 acres,
22
parcel
acres.
1.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Card.
Vicky, you would have that one.
I didn't have that here.
39 1.
You got it done, you can pull it
Well,
up.
I can get to the,
It abuts the one we're talking about.
What's the map first?
It's 39 1.
I don't even know what you do with a piece because my God.
No, you just auction it and
the
hopefully
only-
that
the only
person,
Yeah.
taker- Well, he'd be the only taker.
yeah, so he should get it for
This
fun.
piece right here.
Yeah, that's not 39. That's a different map.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're yellow.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
it.
So it's- I don't know
Yeah.
what.
Usually.
Oh,
So it might be
it's
map
not.
1.
Oh,
But
no.
no.
No, it's lot
32.
one.
No,
Maybe it's
still
32.
on that.
No,
still
it's
on-
not, Kevin.
It could be
It's
38 or
not.
39.
Only
Yellow.
the,
38.
Oh,
shaded ones are.
Oh, I see.
So
I
maybe it's
got you. I get
32.
you. Sorry, Vic.
That's okay.
Okay. Not
I
now.
don't know much, but I know something.
Well, you know a lot more than most.
The other. The maps.
Map of maps.
Yeah, the breakdown.
Huh.
What time is it?
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Well, I mean,
What time
Jody?
is it?
9? Oh, it's 6:30.
Yeah,
Oh, hi, sorry to interrupt. Jody, can you, oh, probably not. I was thinking you could, email Nelson the list of properties.
Oh, does he need it? Is he on right now?
Yeah, he's been on since the beginning.
Yep, I'll go do that.
Okay. And another question, if you don't, guys don't mind. Are we gonna talk about the water, building today, the water department building?
why not?
Nope.
Yes.
It's a ways off.
Oh, do you know what, I just wanted a synopsis. Oh, we are,
I'm gonna go email that to him.
that was
Okay.
approved at town meeting to disperse.
we're almost done with the list. We're
Yeah.
almost done with
Yeah,
the
the
list.
the rest of it's gonna go real quick. I
And
think
then-
the rest
and
of it
then
will
we'll
quick once
just,
we find that little sliver of land.
Yeah, and then the only other thing is this, I was interested in the synopsis of the water department building. So that's why I had mentioned it in one of my emails that you were copied on. So thank you for asking the question, but I think I think we're moving along.
That piece
Yeah,
9
hopefully
acres,
we're done before 7.
that little,
Okay.
that's a tiny little
That's
piece.
point,
Yeah, it's like
So
a
we're gonna
third, a
recommend.
third of an acre.
0.18, it's like nothing.
Mac
No,
recommendation.
it's a
Well, a
Yeah.
quarter
2/10
acre.
of an acre.
Yeah.
2/10 of an acre.
31.
No, the rest will, I think the rest will go quick.
Yeah, same slide.
All
Well,
Proctor
Yeah,
anyway.
there's all the.
You're gonna get through
Yeah.
the Shirley Road piece, that'll be quick, and then these other
Yeah.
ones, they're all the same as like, over
Should
there
just make,
on Cherry
do you
Lane.
want that motion right now?
For which one?
Shirley?
No, it's,
Well,
I
no,
was gonna
we're
say
still
that-
trying to find the.
yeah,
find
it's
what-
kind of,
Does it,
it's kind of funny because we're looking, trying to find it down here. We
Yeah.
were at 39 and Shirley Street's running down here, but you've got this little,
It's just a sliver.
it's just a sliver and we've got all sorts of little pieces and lines. I didn't know. And that's why I went to 31.
shouldn't it be 32?
It's 2/10 of an acre, it's
Or,
that small.
Oh, no,
It's not even
No,
2/10.
we're down here.
No,
We
it
were at
isn't.
39.
It's
and we
less
were-
than
we
a
found most
quarter.
of it,
Yeah,
but it's like, what is?
yeah, what is that?
Yes.
Oh,
should we flip the, is it,
Why don't we
this is
table that
32 and
one
that's
for, can we
39?
table that
Okay.
one for a while, because we're not gonna be able to sell that piece anyway.
Okay,
Oh, shoot, that's not gonna reach.
all right, so off Road is tabled.
Yeah.
For the next meeting.
Yeah, 2/10 of an acre, 1.8 of an acre.
So we kind of give you better.
So there's another one
Do we
here.
know that recommended for auction? Do we?
No, I don't know who would want it.
Yeah,
The-
that's what
the
I'm
person
saying.
that-
Okay, so next
It
up
costs
is
more to
map
get that piece
40,
ready.
and it's on Shirley Road.
Okay,
Map 40,
okay.
map
That
40,
piece,
lot 2.
yeah,
Says it's landlocked and it borders DCR and Groton.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one there.
Borders what?
DCR land
Oh.
and Groton.
That's a good one.
So the state must own this.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So then why,
Yeah. Yes, you're right. The state, and this DCR, I believe, is this land's under DCR control.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'd offer them to,
yeah,
I'd offer to them.
Okay,
make them
I'll
all,
make a
9 acre,
motion.
9 acre parcel, it's good parcel, it's in the middle of nowhere, they might as well own it.
The 9 acre parcel on Shirley Road 40-2 be offered to DCR.
Second.
any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Right.
Done.
I'm sorry. Hi. Yeah.
Aye. So that's unanimous to be offered to DCR.
Oh, okay, here's another group of,
These are with the same developer that developed those others to the other side of town.
Yeah,
They got the same situation going on there. I've walked all these parcels over the last 20-something years, over when we decided to walk them, probably 20 years ago.
29 through 34.
Deemed them then to be just the fall out of that bog. Um,
29 through
One.
Oh, I'm sorry, one.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
then 30.
one,
And then,
and
yeah.
then those lots. I would take one motion
So
for,
here,
Yeah.
here,
if
here.
you add them up, there's enough there to almost put into conservation control.
One,
just
two,
Proctor Road, could I have
six,
one
yes.
motion for Proctor Road?
Okay, I'll make a motion for the lots on Proctor Road. Do you don't want the numbers?
There's 6. 6 lots.
Or 6 lots on Proctor Road.
Map 42-1, and then if you wanna do the 29 through 34.
Well, wait a second. Wouldn't you include this one on Edward Road?
No,
at the
I
same
wanna look
time?
at that
No?
separately.
Oh, okay.
Start over?
Just do the Proctor Road.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that the lots on Proctor Road, starting at 42-1-29 through 42-1-34, be offered to the transferred to the Conservation Commission.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Vote.
Right.
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
Aye. Kevin?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that's unanimous to recommend to transfer to Conscom. Okay, so now 42-154. It is in the middle of Edward Road, right? And there's the
Right
butters on either side.
Yep.
Oh, so you say auction it? Yeah.
Wet in there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
but
front-
it's good for in a butter.
I make,
Hey, you might be
you
able
want me
to.
to make a motion for that? I make a motion to, take lot 42-154, half an acre of land on Edwards Road, and send it to auction.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You gotta go.
Kevin? Aye.
Aye. Got my reference.
Okay.
I would do the same thing on Worcester Road, because we've had a woman that comes in at least 3 or 4 times a year that wants that.
Is that
She's in
that
a
wet
butter.
piece, that
Oh,
piece
let me
that might
see.
belong in a ditch?
4920. Yeah.
49-20.
It's right against the railroad line.
That's a pre-existing non-conforming lot, there's a house lot there.
Same auction.
All right,
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that the 1 acre lot on Worcester Road, 49-20-0, go to auction.
Second.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye. Kevin?
Aye.
Okay.
28 is here.
6.85 off Elm Street. West side of Squanicook at Adams Dam.
Found?
Well, on the
Off
street.
Elm.
Yeah.
West side of
It's this thing.
Squanicook at Adams Dam.
Oh, that
This
maybe shouldn't be on there, cause that's
I
a
don't think
cemetery
that's-
and
That's
park.
cemetery, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
say.
pass that out.
Pass that one
Okay.
off.
All right, where are we?
Last one, 6 Elm.
51-21.
Well, what did you just do? I didn't hear. a
We don't
motion.
need to do anything.
We don't
We
have
don't
to do
need to do
anything, that
anything.
belongs to cemetery.
No, yeah.
Where
I
they
need to move it off that list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we jumped.
You wanna make, should we make a motion and move it off the list?
No, you don't have to, I'm just
No.
gonna move it on
She
mine
just has to
Just
fix the
move on,
list.
Yeah.
Okay.
and edit.
Okay, thank you. Then 6 Elm Street, a tiny little piece, vacant, next to ambulance parking.
That was the.
Oh,
This little bugger right there. Oh, next to what used to be ambulance parking,
Oh.
Vacant.
right? No, it's not ambulance parking anymore.
That's only
6
1.5?
Elm Street.
I'll tell you, I wonder if you want my opinion, that where, because of its strategic location in the center of town. Well, I don't know what you wanna call it. I feel like the town should keep that parcel.
Parking?
We don't know what.
Okay, fine.
Overflow lot or something?
Okay,
so
that
we don't
can be
do it.
discussed at
Yeah.
another time.
It's,
We can
Yes.
discuss the future another time. Okay.
Yeah, now, I was gonna say, we did it's an EMS release, we did a lease transfer for the,
something.
we did a lease transfer for the building, but could that be their parking? I don't know what they're doing
It
in there.
doesn't
Okay.
make sense to
It's
me to let
something to
any
think
land go
about.
in the center of town.
Yeah, yeah,
That because of its location and it's a dry lot,
okay.
a reasonable.
Break on it.
Okay. Okay, so,
Tennessee,
thank you very much, guys, because that is, I think, a big step
Yeah,
to make this a lot shorter for future meetings of the properties committee. So Melissa, are you with us?
Hi, yes, I am. Where's my
Okay.
video? Nothing you need to
Right.
see.
What's happening? But,
There you Great
Okay.
job, guys. Wow.
we
Awesome.
hope. So did you have information like synopsis for us, a report on the water department building?
The only update I have is that they plan on being out of there by December 1st or January 1st was really the tentative. I mean, it's already been approved by the Board of Selectmen and on a special, on an article on a town meeting that happened September 26th, 2023. So really, it's ready to go once they're out of there if we want to add it to the auction list or whatever you guys, that was the plan, right? To auction it? Or
I
whatever.
believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we just put it on a future agenda
Okay,
then, because it doesn't sound like it's gonna be this month or
No,
next month,
no.
so, or
Just
the
table
month
it
after.
for our next meeting, maybe.
Okay,
They'll probably, water department will have a much clearer understanding of when their new building will be completed by then. Even if it falls into January or February, then they may need time to get out after that, we don't know. We're not sure what's gonna be required, before it can be auctioned.
okay,
Yeah,
And-
I think we had mentioned the Title
and
V.
I just asked that,
Oh.
if you could do
Different things like
the
that. That's what
minutes of
basically-
this meeting,
Hmm.
so that we see them before, and then I can discuss any questions that Nelson might have to the motions that we made to recommend.
yeah, sure.
Okay. And then possibly the next meeting of this board will be after November 16th. After the Board of Selectmen regroup and then meet, or group. Yeah, there's no,
You
right.
need more than one.
So, yeah. So, call of the chair, whatever, whenever we need, are ready,
TBD, gotcha.
we'll have a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other things to come before us? No, I don't think so.
Pretty well.
Make a motion to adjourn at.
To adjourn at 6:40.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.